Shalom. And I want to start off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach, Wadesh. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing forth the word of truth and sincerity, and if you Akwith as well, let's listen with sincerity. All right, today, just coming back at you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And in this lesson, I'm just going to touch on the fact that we ought to meditate upon these precepts throughout our day-to-day, man. Okay, whenever we put in certain situations where it requires of us to apply the scriptures rather than going carnally and try to figure things out your own way. Okay, there's a reason why the Lord gave us these laws, these commandments to live by, because it puts you in a better situation when you apply them, man. Okay, and the inspiration for this lesson was because yesterday we briefly touched on that at camp and how that if we were to tap in more in the spirit, then throughout our day-to-day, precepts will be popping up in our minds, throughout our day-to-day, man. Whenever, you get, in a particular situation where, oh, scriptures say this. Oh, okay, let me apply it. Let me try it, right? But if you're tapped into the flesh, then these things are not going to happen. You're not going to see the spiritual cues, the spiritual signs that the Lord is giving you on how that, apply this precept, man. Trust me, it's going to better your situation. But here it is, you got caught, you be in the flesh, so you didn't get to see that spiritual sign. And then now you're in a pitiful case. Okay? So let's read this in Psalms 119. We'll start off verse 5. We're going to jump around a little bit. Okay? It says, "Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes." Okay? So if since we're in the flesh, there's a constant battle how that we want to keep the laws, but what our flesh is withholding us. That's why the psalmist is saying this, man. All that his ways were directed to keep his statutes, because in this flesh, it's not directed to keep the laws to a T. But it doesn't mean that you don't try as best as you can to apply these things, by mortifying the flesh and tapping in more into the spirit, growing more into the fruits of the spirit. Okay? If you do that, then hey, the Lord is going to sup with you and open your pineal gland, open, that spiritual side for you to see these signs and when to apply these precepts. You see? It goes on and says, verse 6, "Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments." You see? Then we will not be ashamed. Then we're going to be in situations where it's like, oh, shit, fuck, right? Then it would have been those pitiful cases, man. But regardless, in this walk, you are going to have stages where, you get lows. It's just part of the walk. But, those things could be lessened in a sense by you tapping in more into the spirit. Okay? Your perspective of things will be different. Regardless if the Lord is giving you hell, since you're tapped into the spirit, you're going to be like, okay, this is for a reason. Let me tap in, let me lock in, let me take this. Let me just go to the blows, and then hey, I know eventually the Lord is going to put me in a higher status, right? That's if you tap into the spiritual. But if you're not tapped into the spiritual, then it's all like, oh, I'm catching hell, man. Fuck this shit. Oh my God, right? All the sides, boom, boom, bam. But you're not what's it called? Taking time to meditate and see, oh, this is the reason why the Lord is bringing this. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, let me go through it. Because what? You're tapping into the spiritual. But if you're not going to think about that. You're just going to think about the here and now and the blows that you're catching. You see? It goes on and says, oops, I'm going to jump down to verse 15. It says, "I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways." Okay? That's what we're out to do, man, to meditate upon these precepts, man, throughout the day, man. Not only at camp, okay, not only when you're making lessons, but when the camera's off, man. Are you applying these precepts? Are you living by them? Are you looking into the old paths? Or are you just looking and trying to figure things your own way, which is not the right way? Okay, but the book of Proverbs speak about how that A man's ways is right in his own eyes, but what the Lord pondereth the hearts. To you, it might seem, oh yeah, this is the right decision. But here it is, it's leading to death. Here it is, you're tapping more into the flesh. You see? So I want to get that word, meditate. In the Hebrew, it says, shayah. Okay? It goes on and says, to put forth, meditate, muse, commune, speak, complain, ponder, sing. So you ponder upon it, you sing. Okay? Right? You know how, like, you listen to music, when more and more you listen to it, and then, out of nowhere, sometimes, you might be doing something, then the song comes in your mind, like, oh shit, I remember that track. You start bopping to it, and then you're like, oh, yo, let me play that again. Right? That's how these precepts are supposed to be in your mind, man. It's like a song, man. Throughout your day to day, man. Precepts are supposed to be flooding your mind. You see? I'm making this lesson, even me too, I have to apply this more. Okay? Because once again, being in your day to day, being in the world, you could get caught, and fulfilling your duties, this, that, boom, boom, bang, and you forget about the precepts. You forget about applying it. I gotta apply this more, right? That's what scriptures speak about. Thou that teachest another, teachest not thou thyself first. So hey, this applies to me too. I gotta do these things too, man. I gotta do it more. Okay? It goes on and says to muse, meditate upon, study, ponder. Yeah, you study these things. You ponder upon it, man. You gotta have salah moments throughout your day to day. Certain precepts, right? And for these things to happen, hey, you gotta read. If you're not reading, then hey, precepts are not gonna be flooding your mind. You gotta read. You gotta watch lessons. Okay? You gotta practice the fruits of the spirit. Then these things will happen. But if you don't, then hey, precepts are not gonna be flooding your mind. You see? So let's go on. It says, verse 16, I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. And that's straight facts. Okay? We will not forget his words, man. You see, we're going to delight ourselves in this because what? It's the better way. The world has nothing else to offer us. It's not the right way. Okay? There's another verse where it says, basically how we're going to meditate upon it. Oh, there we go. I'm going to jump down to verse 54. It says, thy statutes have been my songs and the house of my pilgrimage. Boom. That's a major one right here. See? The Lord's statutes has been our songs and the house of our pilgrimage. Okay, this applies to us too. Are we not in a pilgrimage here? Okay, are we not just passing by? In Hebrews, if I'm not mistaken, it's like what, 12 or so? Not even 12. Let me get it. I think it's 13 and 14. It says how that here we have no continuing city. Okay, we're just passing by, man. Okay, so this is the house of our pilgrimage. There we go. Hebrews 13 and 14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Okay, we have no continuing city here. Okay, we're just passing through. We're pilgrims right now, right? So that being said, hey, we gotta apply this, right? The Lord's statutes has to be our song in the house of pilgrimage. Okay, to keep us going. Okay, to inflame us and just keep going to the blows, to motivate us. You see? But hey, you gotta tap into the spirit for these things to happen. You gotta keep practicing, keep studying, so that what these things flood your mind. Once again, just like with a song. The more and more you listen to a song on replay, hey, regardless if you're not listening to it right then and there, some way, somehow it pops up in your mind, and then you start bumping it, shaking your head, bopping your head. People are looking at you, okay, yeah, this guy's listening to some tune. He's remembering a track, right? Even though you have no earphones in, you have no headphones, you're just walking, bopping your head. People that's looking at like, okay, he's probably, remembering a major banger that he listened to back then. That's how the scriptures gotta be, man. You see, when it pops into your mind, you're like, oh yeah. You're bopping your head, you're like, come on, yo. Right? We gotta meditate. We gotta seek the old paths. That's what our forefathers were doing, man. King David was doing this. Okay, we gotta do it too. You see? Even more now, man. Here it is where, wickedness is on every side. Esau's bombarding us with witchcraft. So we gotta tap in more to the spirit. You see? I'm gonna jump down and get 104, which this whole chapter is beautiful, man. Okay? I'm gonna have to reread it again. Because it goes into it, man. How to apply these precepts. So this is Psalms 119 and verse 104. It says, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. So yeah, it's through the precepts you get understanding. Anything outside of that is false. Okay, which once again, there's forms of wisdom in the world which, you could utilize and apply. You take out what's necessary for you, and then the folly or the madness, you spit it out, right? But regardless, the first and foremost thing is these precepts. Okay, outside of that, man, everything is false. Okay, because it doesn't come full circle. There's levels within these different doctrines. Okay, verse 105, it says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Straight facts. That's what's going to illuminate us in this land of darkness, man, and how to walk, how to maneuver. But well, you got to apply it. If you don't apply it, then you ain't got no light. You ain't got no lamp. You see? So it's major to apply these precepts, man. Major. And when you do, hey, your situation gets way better, man. Even when you retrospect, you look at certain things, certain decisions that you made back then, and then you read a particular precept like, yo, if I applied this, man, yo, my situation would have been way better. Yo, damn. Okay, now I know. Now I know what to do next time now. Right? So that's what it's like, man. So, hey, we got to utilize these precepts, man. All right? Hey, so with that, man, I'm going to close it off there. Giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach, Kodash. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next